Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and that fury is banging you here. On the other side of the room is my toddler, who is just in the final throes of sleepy time apoxia, and what that means is bloop. Yeah, okay, thank you for the needless text. This is a replay, War Thunder. Anyway, my girl's gonna be making some noise, and hopefully I'll have a chance to record this replay for you all. I'm trying something a little bit different. You might be able to see the little, what's it called, like a little UI for the shadow play recording running in the background. I haven't turned that off, and I'm recording with OBS right now. So I'm trying sort of a live replay recording to save myself a bit of time. I've been fantastically busy the past week, and I'm actually trying to find some time to relax a little bit. Yeah, good luck with that. I have a very ambitious little girl and a baby who is constantly hungry. So, yeah, I'll be in your prayers, I'm sure. Anyway, GSFS Squad having Desolator 7 is about to show us the meaning of tenacity in this top tier replay, starting out in, what's this, the...
Daddy, find purple sock.
Yeah, find purple sock? Okay, go look for it. Go find.
Okay, Daddy.
You go find baby. I'm recording a video right now. Say hi to everybody.
No, Daddy.
Yeah. Okay, I've been given a mission. I'm going to try and talk her out of it, but she's very insistent. Guppy, you see the tank on the screen? What's that? It's black and white. Daddy's making a video. You want to sit?
No, Daddy.
Yeah, you got things to do. Yeah, are you ready for bed?
Come on.
Yeah, well, good night, sweet prince.
Come on,
to
Daddy,
that...
Come on.
Yeah, I know. To that German MBT. Another shot, this time barely misses, getting eaten up by the hitbox of the rock that enemy tank was hiding behind. Thermal view definitely coming into play here as we get another lineup on what looks to be another German MBT. I'm not sure if that is the... I mean, honestly, I'm just really bad at naming the German MBTs. Yeah, baby, are you very sad and tired? Okay, let's pause this for a second. We're back. I have put the toddler through the bedtime ritual, which is an ever-changing magical routine that must be followed to the letter of the unwritten code of toddler pleasing. Tonight it was 3 blankets, the 2 regulars, and my blanket from my bed. Yes, I'm that kind of dad. Anyway, Desolator already with a kill and a base cap, and his first death, showing just how deadly these initial encounters are in top tier tank realistic battles as we look up at the Death Stranding BTs coming down by the thousands. And Desolator respawning in a bird he's spent plenty of time moving the wings of. The Angel of Death, FJ4BVMF, with the air-to-ground guided missiles that are guided by a rather complex series of keyboard inputs. If you don't fire them as a fast-flying straight line lands toward presumably a ground target. First off, though, a helicopter. Desolator pulling into a high loop to come down on what looks to be a Ka-50, a deadly foe, launching flares to no avail. It's not heat-seeking missiles, but dummy fire 20mm auto cannon ammunition coming into that pay-to-win premium's carapace. And I say, as a fan of the beauty of the Ka-50 and someone very aware of its capabilities, it is nice to see them get shot down in a top tier match. I really, I don't like the way they're operating right now, the Ka-50. I feel like it's not a balanced vehicle, and it's a shame because it's freaking gorgeous. Beautiful aircraft, in my humble opinion. Desolator, giving you more reasons to love the FJ-4B, takes a shot at an enemy MBT, setting it a fuego with a near miss. A second shot, no sauce, but he's up to an air kill to go along with 2 ground kills, and he is furiously contributing to this match. This is not going to be the match where he shows you the true potential of the FJ-4B VMF. I need to show you that replay at some point. It's incredible. Look at how furiously Desolator is wiggling the camera around, looking at every angle that he can possibly try to spot an enemy vehicle, and the man has the reflexes of an adder as he acquires targets and sends these guided air-to-ground missiles toward their targets in short order. Enemy jet comes in, looks like it was a Saber. Both wings ripped off in a head-on that also took down Desolator. And we need to stop watching Yellow Rabbit because the replay system is a little bit stupid. Desolator, welcome to my life. Why? Okay, there we go. Desolator has respawned in, what is this? Yes, a Bradley ADATS. So let's get back into the action. Already opening up on, looks like another helicopter. My money is on another Ka-50. From the profile, it's either a Ka-50 or an Mi-20. Mi-24? Am I getting that right? I'd better. Some kind of Hind or Hind variant. He's delivering some propane and propane accessories to that Soviet attack helicopter. And now with 3 air kills and 2 ground kills at the cost of 2 deaths, this has been a pricey match so far for Desolator, but between his well-formed lineup here and the fact that he's been playing very aggressively, he is just able to give his team the support that it needs in this dogfight of a match. Michael Vick presiding over the festivities today. Desolator now choosing when to activate his radar, which will make him more visible to enemy aircraft that have that radar, incoming radar detection indicator. I know there's a better term for it. Can you tell I don't live in top tier? In fact, I haven't been playing a ton of War Thunder lately. I've been kind of picking my battles, if you want to put it that way, and it's fantastic to watch someone like Desolator playing in a tier that can be fun, but is extremely demanding and challenging if you want to do well. People talk about the ADATs, but it did take quite a number of shots to be able to get the ammo rack on that German MPT. What is it? The Leo 2A4. And yet, the enemy tank still not taken down with the incredible survivability offered by the blowout panels on the main ammunition stowage. It is going to be a serious inconvenience. Himself, Desolator, being inconvenienced by the fact that his his engine was taken down by that round that went into his anti-aircraft, anti-tank infantry fighting vehicle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bradley ADATS. An odd duck, if ever there was one. The turducken, in fact, of American fighting vehicles, with pieces of everything stitched together in what was no doubt a cost-saving endeavor that cost far more than the initial project specifications called for, if I know anything about military procurement in America. And I pretty much just know what I've seen from Pentagon Wars, so that's where my knowledge starts and stops. AH looks to be a 1G coming in, doing whatever it could. Not quite enough when there are Shilkas and Gepards on the ground near to the objectives, and that is kudos to the enemy team, who's fighting very well, very aggressively here, holding the field, holding their ground against American bias, of course, with America having by far the most diverse lineup at top tier and at almost every other tier in the game. You can gripe about one vehicle or another, and it's even easier for me to complain because I never play top tier to see how these things actually play out in the game. But it's hard to argue with the sheer volume of vehicles available to the American team as the ADATS takes down a Gepard with its autocannon. A nice kill, to be sure, at any time, and especially useful at this point in the match late in the game as Desolator lines up an artillery strike on another SPAA who could be such an issue for a relatively light-skinned vehicle like the Bradley IFV or anything built on that chassis. And I may have a little bit lost my train of thought. So it looks like Desolator may be hanging out here while he reloads his guided missiles, which is not a bad idea. Obviously, the ADATS needs no introduction. An infamous vehicle in the game. Desolator, you gonna shoot that guy? Not soon enough. I don't know if that was a replay deal or if he was talking in chat or what, but it's nice to know that my tactical awareness can be on par with Desolator's sometimes. It may have been that he was reloading. I might not have been paying enough attention to that, as it does appear that the last of his ammunition may have been taken down by those few shots that he received at the hands of what appeared to be an enemy Gepard. I think do the Italians have something like that? I know the Japanese do, but it looked brown, so I'm thinking Gepard. Anyway, sorry for the buggy effects. I have noticed some graphical improvements lately in War Thunder, along with some exciting and game-breaking bugs. There was one that was fixed rather quickly today, where if you alt-tabbed out of the game, or I think it was if you alt-tabbed out, everything in the UI would be outlined in big, disgusting black bars. And, I mean, far be it from me to have anything against a good black bar, but it was a little bit immersion breaking, if you will, and probably a lot more inconvenient in in ground forces than it was in the air, where I've been flying lately, enjoying my IDF as F Valtoul, which an unclean bird flying in the skies of the Israeli Defense Force, always enjoyable to play. A true vulture, opportunist of the skies, flying high and avoiding the fight until the carrion is ripe for the picking. Tear out those tasty eyes, Valtoul, you know you want to. Anyway, with a fresh round of missiles just opening up, he started blasting against everything. Our Adatsy DeVito just completely holding this zone as he needs to do to drain the enemy tickets in this intense battle that is only getting more intense by the minute. The Germans especially here coming back again and again in leopard after leopard, in Gepard after Gepard, doing everything they can to finish the fight, and yet the unmanned turret of the ADATs providing for incredible survivability in this hold down position. Its control of the capture zone giving it a deadly arsenal of resupply, and the ESS smoke system providing cover from potential aircraft as much as you can while you're reloading both the main gun and the real the real workhorse of the ADATs, the guided missiles. Fire coming in from enemy Gepards who are just spitting Desolator at this point, attacking him from fore and aft. His engine set afire, his turret under heavy bombardment, and finally the crews succumb to their circumstances as the sidebars pop up once again and we look up at eternity and wonder what Desolator is going to bring out next. 3 air kills, 6 ground kills, and it's time to use a backup in this very reliable weapons platform for Desolator. I'm telling you, I'm gonna share a match where he absolutely tears the enemy team to pieces. Now keep in mind, Desolator was just taken down by a pair of Gepards on either side of the capture zone. He is already receiving ground fire here. He's maneuvering 2 enemy anti-air vehicles already opening up on different targets. One Gepard, a second Gepard, rounds coming in, missiles coming out, and a ground kill. And his 4th death, a risky attack that did result in a quick kill, but he was unable to prevent the central capture zone from being taken by the enemy. That's going to start a critical ticket bleed and really force Desolator's team to come in and claim back victory. The odds not stacked against them yet, but the enemy team has been playing very aggressively. They've shown their tenacity, and Desolator himself has already showed us that if you'll stick yourself in on that central cap zone, you can be a very tricky splinter to dig out. And Desolator now respawning once again in the M1A2 is going to be using his sharpest pocket knife to tear in to the offending flesh and drive the German team. It seems to be the bulk of the enemy forces still remaining. Funny how the Ka-50s and the T-80Us just kind of melt away in the first few minutes of the battle. Yeah, that would be me. And only the tenacious players with a wide lineup of vehicles. Lineups so important in top tier, equally as important, as essential as they are difficult and time consuming to unlock and to grind. You need strong lineups to do well in top tier, and you need to play top tier to unlock strong lineups to do well in top tier. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to War Thunder. In any event, this is going to be a close match. The field now, for a brief moment, being recovered from the enemy who had taken all 3 capture zones, causing significant ticket bleed. Look at how rapidly the what you could call comfortable advantage that was briefly enjoyed by Desolator's team was whittled away by the perfidy of the German forces still remaining on the field, deploying in a net to take down their foes. 3 people, only 3 remaining on the Allied team, as 1 goes down, leaving 2 on the field now. Desolator defending himself from air forces in an unclaimed capture zone, and his compatriot at the B point, the central zone, having no doubt driven away a Gepard or 2 to take the fortress at the center of the Japan map, which, in my experience, has been, for the most part, a reasonably well-balanced and enjoyable map in the game of War Thunder. And it's interesting that this map actually came out at a time when War Thunder, you could say, was even less balanced than it is today. That's definitely something that lives on a sliding scale as Desolator loads up the proximity fuse high explosive, sets his range, guesstimates, and it looks like he fell short of that enemy jet. Is that an Il-28? Is it an Arado? It's some sort of, looks to be jet bomber. My money is on Arado so far. Round falls short. Enemy plane comes in. He is a speedy boy. Jet engines blazing, but not as hot as the high explosive round that takes down that enemy aircraft. For Desolator's 5th air kill, 8 ground kills, a solid carry, and a powerful win as one of 2 forces still remaining on the ground in that incredible match. Desolator, well done. Feel free to check out GSFS or ask Desolator about his squad in the game. Another place to meet up with this absolute legend of replays is on the Toshio Thunder Discord server. You'll see him contributing in the replays section and other places as well. It's nice to hear from you, Desolator, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. All of you, send in those replays, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.